Hi guys. Okay, so I am here with a show and tell of the Grunge Time kit from Kerr over at Happiness in Crafting, and I am also happy to announce that I am now back active on G's design team. Not that I ever left anyway, I just had to take a fairly lengthy time out, but yeah, back again, and I'm going to try and kind of start off where I left up and pick up where I left off, which is with this kit. As I said, the Grunge Time kit. I haven't shown this off previously or anything like that, but I obviously asked for this kit before I took my time out because I found it in my design team files for G. So I'm assuming I asked for it to do a project like next month's project back then, and then obviously never got around to it, so I'm using it now instead. So yay. I love this kit, it's really cool. I cannot actually for the life of me remember what project I had in mind to do with it. I have a little bit of an inkling, but yeah, I've found a few other things to do instead. But yeah, so now I'm going to talk you through, well, show you the actual kit, and then I will show you extras. So let me just get to, oh, lost it. Let me get to those. Yeah, there. Right, so we'll just put them to one side, and we'll get to those in a moment. This is just the actual kit itself. In the kit you get 10 pages, and it's not, I wouldn't say black and white, because there are very subtle hints of colour in it, almost like hints of tea dye sort of colour in it, inky colours, so it's not too bad. Now what I did with this, because it wasn't, oh my gosh, sorry about the lighting guys, because the kit wasn't a full-on black and white kit, as you will see, this is one of G's black and white prints, but as you can see, there is a subtle difference with this one to a full-on black and white one. So because that wasn't full-on black and white, I decided to try and incorporate some colour into the kit by printing G's other kits on the back, which I'll get to in a moment. As I said, just right now I'm going to show you the actual kit itself. This is the Grunge Time kit, and you get 10 pages, so you get some decorative pages like this, which is so cool. I love the grungy splodges. It's so I'm going to say intricate, but that's not the word. Detailed. I was going to say intricate, but I knew that weren't right. There's so much detail in it. Yeah, and then you get this one, some writing in the background as well. I love it. And this one, I love these clock faces. And you get this big massive one here, so cool. And then you get these. I absolutely loving these. Got all the star signs in it in these ones, and then some other clock faces incorporated and the text. Love it. And then this one's, so them's like the 5 probably main pages. These are 5 potential backing pages, really, kind of print these on the backs of the others. I didn't go that route though, I printed other kits. But yeah, so you've again got a very faint picture of the clock in the background. Love that one. Oh, well, am I kidding? I love them all. Then we have this one with all the zodiac star signs on, and that's me, Libra. Love that one. Again, like I said, so detailed, it's great. I have printed these onto normal 80 GSM print paper, so these are probably a lot more muted and toned down than they would be if you'd printed them onto like matte photo paper or heavier weight cardstock sort of thing. Excuse me. But yeah, but I do tend to work a lot with just normal print paper. And this one's just a texty page. Loving that, loving the splodges, grungy splodges, and then another faded one with some text on, clock, more clocks, love it. I really, really love it. Okay, so that is the kit itself. And then, as I said, because the kit itself isn't just full on black and white, I decided I wanted to print, well, not print, I wanted to incorporate some colour into it. As you can see, like I said, that is one of her black and white ones. This is like a, I don't know. Well, it's not even an ivory colour. I don't know. It's just a nice, it's got very subtle tones, like inky tones in it, and I love it. But as I said, I wanted to try and incorporate a bit of colour. So I have been through all the kits that I have of G's, and I have printed various ones on the backs to bring more colour to the actual kit. But then I've also printed some of the freebies, and I will get to that in a little bit. So I've got my list here. So what I'm going to do now is back through this kit, but show you what I printed on the reverse in order. I've had to do it in order. Okay, so on the back of this one, I printed a page, like one of the backing pages from a kit called Old Time Rose. Now, it doesn't have this clock face on it, as you can see there. That is just that showing through. It hasn't bled through or anything like that. It's just that is so dark and this is so light, and I've printed onto normal print paper. It's showing through, but I really love it because it's just given this page another dimension, and of course ties it in more beautifully with the kit itself. Okay, so love that one. I love it when these happy accidents happen. Although, like I said, it wasn't an accident, it's just the fact that I'm using thin paper. Okay, now this one I printed, this page, I love this one. I printed this one because I kind of felt like it did tie in with the splodgy colours and the little hints there in the background. But this page has come from the Backing Papers Set 1. This one I've printed music paper on the reverse. You just can't go wrong with music paper. And this one does also have those kind of grungy tones in it, and some of the splodges that's been used in this kit are in this kit, or, you know, very similar. So this one just tied in absolutely beautifully. And this is from a kit called The Magic of Music. I love that kit. I've done a design team project with using that kit before I made a journal. This one I printed one of the backing pages from the kit from Blue Butterfly, and again, that clock isn't on this page. Normally it's just that, again, this is so dark and this is so light, like the print is light and the paper's thin, that you can basically see through it. Like I said, it hasn't bled through, you can just basically see through. But I love that because, again, by printing a different kit on the back, it ties it in beautifully. It kind of looks like it's there, very muted in the background, so I love it. This one, yeah, we are back to a page from the Magic of Music kit, and again, same thing here. You've got the music lines and the grungy background, and again, it's a light coloured background, so you can see the print on the reverse through it, so it looks like it's there toned down in the background. Love it, love it. Okay, and then this one is this. I love this. Now we're getting a bit darker and grungier. Now this is a page from a kit called the Vintage Collage Collection. I love this one. Now this one to me had more of those tones in it as well, and of course little coffee splodges and stuff. Very grungy. Love it. This one is again a page from the Backing Papers Set 1, but it's green, a greeny tone. I will admit it didn't look that green on my computer. I think my colour settings need changing. But yeah, it didn't look that green. I thought it were more like a not dirty, but orangey green tone. It weren't. I'm not bothered. That's great. Still great, because this actually, to me, ties in really well with them two pages, especially that one. So, and there's going to be other pages in between anyway. But yes, so that's from Backing Papers Set 1, another page from that. And then the next 3 are from the Vintage Collage Collection kit. So that's that one, and I printed that. So that is basically where is it? Oh no, it's not. Oh, I'm going to say it's basically that one, but with that on it, but it's not. Yeah, it's that. It's not. I thought they were similar. Well, actually it is. Yeah, it is similar. It's kind of that background. Alright, so what's happened is she's taken that background and put that on it. Confusing me there. But anyway, yeah, so we have that one, which I love. Who am I kidding? I love them all. Then again, this one is from the Vintage Collage Collection. A little bit of ledger style paper in there. Love it. It's kind of too blurry to see, but I don't care. You know, you can tell it's there. Love it. Yeah, and then the last one of the kit, again from the Vintage Collage Collection. And I love this one because it reminds me of a stage scene. Like the curtains on a stage. I don't know if it is, but it looks like it should be, like a theatre. But yeah, so again, love that too. So that is the ones that I used on the back. I will link to everything below, all the extra kits and everything as well. So that's the kit itself. And then, as I said, I printed some of the freebies. Now, I do tend to do this with my design team projects for G. I try, whenever I'm doing something, I will have a look through the freebies files that I have on my computer. I will have a look through the freebies files and I will see if I can find some that ties in with the project that I'm doing or the kits that I'm using. And in this instance, her black and white set definitely sprung to mind. So I printed those out. Now, these were free in her Facebook group. But I think it was last week, I was away on holiday with my mum and Taylor when the notification popped up. Then G and Andy put a post up in the Facebook group saying that due to circumstances, unforeseen circumstances or circumstances out of their control, one or the other, they were having to remove previous freebie files from the group. So I already had these. Luckily I have all the other ones as well. But as of this morning when I checked, I mean, I think it was a few days ago, but I checked this morning. As of this morning, which is the 20th, Sunday the 20th of February, the freebie files only go back to number 77. From 77 right through to Friday just gone, which I think was 86. Yeah, but I do remember, I vaguely remember reading on the post that in future the freebies files are only going to be available, like new freebies, they're only going to be available for a few weeks and then they're going to get deleted. Like, so you'll have 3 or 4 available and then they'll get deleted, and then the next 3, something like that anyway. But these are available to purchase in G's Etsy shop. Okay. And they are all the Friday freebies from the very first one right up until the very last one, which was 2 days ago. They are all in G's Etsy shop. They are in bundles of 4, and they are very, very minimal price. G just charges enough for them to cover her Etsy fees. Now, she started doing that quite a while back for people who couldn't access the files on Facebook because they weren't on Facebook. You know, didn't do social media, that sort of thing, but still wanted them. So she puts them in her shop at a very minimal price, and trust me, as an Etsy seller, she is only charging the bare minimum. Even that, you know, is not questionable, but as an Etsy seller, I'm thinking, is she covering her fees? It's definitely covering her fees, but, you know, she definitely won't be profiting from them. But yeah, so so if you want these, this set is Friday freebie set 41 to 44. I will link below, so don't worry about that, you can find it. And there are, as I said, there are 4 in this set, 4 prints in this set. This is one of them. I love it. This is another one, which is actually the same as this, but shrunk down. It's the same image as this one, but shrunk down. And you cut this out. Oh, sorry, keep it that way. I forgot I'm zoomed in. So you cut it out and it makes a box. Now, some of you guys may remember... What have I done with it? Oh, it's looking right under my nose. Some of you guys may remember me doing this, because I did do this quite some time ago, last year. Yep, I did use this. I used... oh, what do you call them? I want to say Wink of Stella, but I didn't. Not on this one. I used... oh, I can't remember what that stuff's called. Anyway, I used that just to give it a bit of a shine. On the bee and on the butterfly and some other piece like the clock bits. Anyway, yeah, so that bit there, once it's cut out, glued, you glue these little tabs there and fold it together, it makes this lid like so. And then the bottom piece is just that, like that. It's got the logo on the bottom, and then when it's all glued together, again, you just cut it out, you glue them flaps and fold it in, and when it is folded in, you know, it just makes the base. So there we go. Then we're also a project that I did before for G, one of my design team projects I did before for G. But yeah, so it's very easy to do. So you get that as well. I've printed this one onto cardstock because I'm going to actually make it a box. We'll get to the backs in a minute. Then there's this one. I love this one. Beautiful, beautiful print page. And then you get this one, which is basically labels. Or you could cut them out and use them as tabs, that sort of thing. But yeah, so that's what you get in these sets. Friday freebies set 41 to 44. You get those. You get these 4 prints. So, like that, you get those 4, you know, for a very, very minimal charge. Now, as I said, I've printed all 4 out because I do intend on using them, or I hope to use them. But I wanted stuff on the back. So for this one, I have printed that butterfly page on the back and I printed it upside down, but I'm not bothered about that. For what I want to do, what I want to use it for, I'm not bothered about that. This one, as I said, I've printed onto 210 GSM cardstock, just white cardstock. But I have also printed of the same butterfly image on the back, so that when it's made up as a box, that's what you'll see on the inside of the lid and the inside of the box, which is cool. Then obviously this page itself, and then I printed the exact same page on the back. I like that page, can you tell? And then I printed this, which is the labels kit, and guess what, guys, I printed the same butterfly kit on the back. This one is exactly the same. For what I want to use it for, I wanted something so that when I've cut them out, there's a nice picture on the back, and again I used the same butterfly page. I love that butterfly page, can you tell? Right, now this one, this is how it prints normally. If you just get the file and click print, that's how it prints out. They're quite big. So what I did were, I then printed that page, 2 to a page, excuse me. So now they're a little bit smaller. I haven't printed on the back of these because with these all I intend to do is just cut them out, and then I have loads of these like plastic clear pocket, I keep wanting to say envelopes and they're not, they're like pencil cases, if you will. That is just a piece of ivory cardstock I've put in there so I can have stuff on both sides. These are also G's kits, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I have loads of these, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all these out and then I'm going to put them in one of these. So I have those as well. So as I said, I printed 2 to a page to make them smaller. And I printed 4 to a page to make them even smaller. And then I printed 9 to a page to make them even smaller. Because sometimes, you know, you just need a teeny tiny little embellishment on things. Yeah, so when I cut all those out, as I said, I will pop them into one of these clear cases. I'll put them in my stash of all my other embellishments and words and phrases and stuff from G. Then we have this. Now, this isn't a freebie. This is G's Mixed Words and Phrases Kit 1 page, 1 of 2 of those kit pages. And I really love this one. But I had a bit of a brain fuzz moment when I come to do it. Because in my head, I'm like, right, I love that page. I love all the sentiments on that page. I love that page. I'm going to print it in grayscale. Which means I just set the printer going. Well, I go to print it, and then instead of it saying colour, I just click where it says grayscale. So basically black and white. I touch the button to print in grayscale, and straight away, before I went to hit the print button, my brain's going, you can't do that. And I'm thinking to myself, yes, I can. And I'm having an argument in my head with myself going, no, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. I've done it before. No, you can't. It's someone else's kit. Yeah, but I've done that before, and I'm pretty sure they didn't mind. And my brain's going, well, I'm pretty sure you need to check because you can't do that with someone else's kit. It's altering it. So in the end, after 5 minutes of arguing with myself in my own head, I messaged G to ask her. I'm like, look, I think I know I'm right, but, I'm just having a brain fuzz moment. But because I'm obviously one of G's design team members and I'm representing G, I do not want to be giving you guys misinformation on what you can and can't do with G's kits. So I messaged and asked her, and she come back to me and she's like, yeah, of course you can. I thought so, but honestly my brain just were like, nope, alarm bells ringing, don't do it. So I'm like, do you know what, fine. I'll message G and I'll find out. So I did do, and she come back and said, yeah, that's perfectly fine, no problem. And I did tell her if it was allowed to do, I will print it in colour just to show you guys how it should be printed in the first, normally. And she just said, yeah, that would be great. What a good idea to print the colour one as well for comparison. So there you go, guys. That's it in grayscale. That's how it would be. If you bought the file and you just printed, that's how it would come out in colour. But then if you just print, when you go to print, where it says colour, if you just click grayscale next to it and then print, this is what it comes out like. And it is allowed because it's not physically altering that kit. It just alters the colour, that's all. So yeah, it is allowed, but, I would have done this anyway. I've shown the original to show what it's like, but yeah. It is always nice if you do that with somebody's kit. It is always nice to have an original, or at least one or a couple of these in original form like this, to show the difference of how it should be if you're going to use someone else's kit in that way, in this way, and do a video to promote that kit sort of thing, or in your crafting, credit where credit's due. It is always nice to have the original to show what it should be like. Yeah, so it doesn't come in this colour. It comes in this colour. I just changed it to that colour on my printer. I didn't do anything to alter it physically in any other way. I just hit the grayscale button on the printer program. That's it. But I'm not bothered about this being printed out again because, as I said, I have it here. Is it this one? Yes, it is this one. I have it here in this little pouch, and I can see here, I didn't alter the colour of it here. What I did here was printed on different coloured paper. But again, there we go. That is that one, printed on pink paper. So it still alters it. And then I've got that one printed on an ivory coloured piece of paper. So yeah, I'm trying to pick that up and it's not even cut out yet. But I'm not bothered about having these printed out again because, like I said, I just add them to this pouch anyway. I do use these a lot. If people, anybody who's followed me for a while will see me. I do use these words and phrases quite a fair whack in general crafting as well as my design team projects. So, however, what I did also notice when I was doing a quick flip around on some things, that the coloured version actually ties in really well with some of these background pages that I printed. So some of these coloured ones may even get incorporated as well as the plain ones. Oh, look at that. See the green in that and the green in some of these. It was like, wow. And yeah, complete, well, not happy accident because, you know, I wasn't planning on using the coloured ones, but these coloured ones go really well with these backing papers that I've used. So yeah, like I said, the colours may also be getting incorporated into this project as well. Now I have a few different things in mind as to what to do with this kit. Whether it works or not, I don't know. I have a list of things here. What I will do is, I mean, I'm pretty much, you know, I think you've already guessed by now that my original intentions was to do an actual journal with the main kit, hence why I printed on the back, but I may or may not do that. My original idea was to print on the back, you know, to turn it into a journal, and then I could put tea dyed papers and other papers from my stash on the, you know, in between, or even papers I have lying around in folders from previous projects for G. But I may not do that because I've since come across a few different ideas, but I might be able to work them all in together. What I will do is I'll at least do one video, definitely. I'll do at least one video with a project that I have in mind for some of these papers. And then I'll get that up before the end of the month because, as I said earlier, today's Sunday the 20th of February. I was hoping to have had this video done and published last week, but I was away on holiday last week and I just didn't have time to get one done before I went away. It was a holiday that was pre-booked, but it was only pre-booked a few weeks beforehand. So it didn't really give me much time to pre-prep anything beforehand other than the videos that went up last week. They were filmed the week before that and scheduled ahead while I weren't here. So I only got back on Friday. It's now Sunday, so yeah. But I am hoping to, like I said, get the main, well, not necessarily a main one, but at least one video up for this month. And then any other videos, like if I do the journal or whatever, I'll do that as a bonus video for February. So even if it rolls into next month, I'll do it as a bonus video. But yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to get at least one video done this week before the end of the month. So there we are, guys. That's where we're at. As I said before, don't know why they're not lining up and falling into place properly now. As I said before, I will link all of these kits in the description box below, so please check them out. Yeah, please pop on over to G's shop and check them out. And yeah, yeah, so I forgot what I was going to say. I will love you and leave you, guys, because I've been nagging long enough. It's so good to be back, although I will admit, feeling a little nervous. But yeah, we'll get through it. Anyway, take care, guys. Stay safe, especially in this weather. I don't know if you can hear it, but heavy rain's kicked in again here. We are being battered like crazy from all angles here at the moment with the weather. We had mass amounts of snow yesterday, and then all of a sudden, a couple of hours later, torrential rain, all gone. But yeah, and apparently there's more snow on the way, but also strong winds and more rain. Awesome. But yeah, so please stay safe, stay indoors. You're sick of hearing that, I know, because of the you know what, but this is different. You know, stay indoors if you've got severe weather issues or warnings in your neighbourhoods. It's not nice out there, trust me. Yeah, so take care, guys. Stay safe, stay warm, and I will speak to you all again very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.